I'm Bernard Smalls. Let's talk today about owning your mental power. In fact, we're going to talk some about the mindset and the mindset principle. Your mind is your greatest asset. And if you're going to be successful, you're going to be prosperous, if you're going to win in life, it's very important that you control your mind. Now, we live in times that we have great pressure and great forces that could cause anxiety if you don't learn to get a hold of your mind. So in case you think I'm just teaching about prosperity or money or just success for the sake of success, I'm talking about you winning. I'm talking about you overcoming. I'm talking about, well, you being a peaceful and a prosperous person. Not everyone is interested in just money or material things or gold and silver. You know, sometimes you wonder why they're not. Just having a little fun with you. Les Brown said, money is not everything, but it's right up there with oxygen. So even the people that act like money is not important know they need it. So there's nothing wrong with desiring that type of success. But maybe you want to be a successful parent, a successful mom, a successful dad, a successful teacher, a successful husband or a wife. Well, it all works the same way. You must own your mental power. Now, to own your mental power, there are four things that you must do and understand. Number one is taking full ownership of your thoughts and beliefs. You must take full ownership of your thoughts and beliefs. See, if you believe something out there or something over there or something back there is controlling your mind, that's a part of the problem. You are in control of your thoughts. See, we live a life where negativity, fears, concerns, issues will come to our minds, but we must take full ownership and authority over your mind. You can't help who knocks on the door, but you can help whom you let in your living room. You can't keep the birds from flying over your head, but you can keep them from building a nest on your head, especially if you have a bald head. Okay, so what are we saying? You can control your mind. So number one is take full ownership of your thoughts and beliefs. Number two is stop blaming outside circumstances. Are you blaming outside circumstances? Are you blaming the politicians? Are you blaming the job market? Are you blaming inflation? Are you blaming your pastor or your parents or your college professor or your football coach? Are you blaming someone else? See, people are blaming everything about the results they're getting but themselves. But you got to stop blaming outside circumstances. Now, here's why. You can't control everything going on out there, but you can control this domain and what's going on in here. See, you can control your thoughts. I like Viktor Frankl's book, Man's Search for Meaning. And he talked about the fact that no matter what the communists tried to do to torture them, he found that he could control his mind. You can stop blaming outside circumstances. Number three, start shaping your mental landscape. So you want to stop blaming and start shaping. So I'm stopping and starting. In the Greek, there's a word, nouthetic, which means to stop one thing and to start another. Scripture speaks of putting off the old and then putting on the new. So you want to stop and start. You want to, number three, start shaping your mental landscape. And that's where people like me come in with our teaching and our training and our coaching. See, what teaching and training and coaching should do is help you to shape a mental landscape. Don't come to me expecting me to pull out some magic wand and just go over your head and say Shazam. And all of a sudden you got positive thoughts and you're saying, I feel happy, I feel healthy, I feel terrific, I'm a big winner, and all that just by one wand. No, you're going to have to shape, you're going to have to train, you're going to have to practice shaping your mental landscape. It's like, if you think of landscaping, it's like you just bought a house and it has great potential, but it needs the landscaping done. It needs shaping. It needs some shrubs removed, some plants removed and the others planted, some trees cut down or whatever. So start shaping your mental landscape. And number 4, your success depends on your mindset. Say after me, my success depends on my mindset. Say it once more. My success depends on my mindset. Why do you have us say things? Because you remember approximately 75% of what you hear and say. So it's very important that you say it. Now, I want to approach this in a coaching workshop type format. In fact, I want to encourage you to check out our new coaching website, which I will give you at the end of this teaching. But let's do a little reflection prompt. In training and coaching, you've got to get people to reflect on themselves, on their own thinking, and what they need to change. And here's what I want you to do as a reflection prompt. Ask yourself, what's one belief I can shift today to unlock more success? No game, no gimmick, just what's one belief? What is one thing? Think for a moment. What is one thing? That one thing, just one. Say just one. What is one belief I can shift today to unlock more success? Now, we talked about shaping the mental landscape. So it could be like that one bush right there needs to be removed. I don't like it where it is. And we're going to move it over here, or we're going to annihilate it, destroy it, get rid of it. Okay, one bush. So what's that one belief you can shift today to unlock more success? Maybe it's a belief in success. See, some people don't believe in success. They think success is evil, and they talk about how capitalistic America is and how greedy, and talk about all the billionaires. It doesn't bother me that we have the billionaires and the rich and all that, because scripture teaches that the blessing of the Lord makes rich. So if we have a poor nation, there's something wrong. And we need to have a prosperous, successful, even a great nation. That's a part of the plan of God to make us great. But if you have the belief that poverty is good, poverty is honorable. And I'm not talking politics. I'm not talking about, positions that people take, because some people say some people are just for the rich, others don't care about the poor. I understand all that. I'm just talking about your mindset. One thing you want to do about poverty is not be poor. And it starts by changing. You may change that one thought that poverty is good. Maybe you're thinking poverty is good. You want to change the thought to prosperity is good. Say after me, prosperity is good. Say it again, prosperity is good. So what are we talking about? We're talking about owning your mental power. I put together a book a few years back. In fact, the original writing came out of the crucible of trials and tribulations and me just going through it. And I had to determine I am going through what I am going through. And it seemed like everything was just going wrong. And I entitled it, It Takes Guts to Leave Ruts. And that's available at Amazon.com. Now, what I have done is developed a whole coaching workshop around this that is outstanding. In fact, this has been in the works well over 20 years since I wrote the original manuscript of the book. And now the coaching program I am so excited about. So if you want to learn more about that, go to I Am Coach, IamSuccessCoach.com, IamSuccessCoach.com, which is our new website. And you can read it right there on the screen, IamSuccessCoach.com. And go there and check it out. And if you want success coaching, reach out to us. But in this book, we talked about the GUTS formula. And one concept we shared is the GUTS movements and activities you need to make. And I call it the GUTS move of the day. Now, here's the GUTS move of the day. Now, we're putting you to work. Cheers. Okay, so get your coffee if you need to. Or get your water. I got water too. And let's go to work. Now, we'll make this brief. Here's the GUTS move of the day. And I want you to do this. Now, some of you are going to do this. Some of you aren't. The coachable will. The coachable will be coached. Number one, write down 3 limiting beliefs you have caught yourself thinking lately. Write down 3 limiting beliefs you have caught yourself thinking lately. Now don't view me as the preacher trying to just preach to you, but as the coach here to help you. All right? In fact, I believe we're here to coach and help people. So 3 limiting beliefs. You could write down, I am broke. Maybe you find yourself saying, I'm just so poor, I can't pay attention. Maybe a limiting belief is, I am weak. Maybe another would be, I am unhappy with my marriage. Well, all of those are limiting beliefs, because if I'm broke, I'm weak, and I'm unhappy, and that's your inner dialogue, what kind of life are you going to live? So you can replace it with positive beliefs. Say, I am rich. Let the poor say, I am not poor, but I am rich. You could say, I am strong. Let the weak say, I am strong. So what are you doing? You're replacing weakness with strength. Or you could add, I am prosperous to it. Whatever. Take the negative, understand that it's real, and add the positive. Now, we talked about the concept of nouthetic. It's a form of counseling where you must put off the old before you put on the new. Now here's the reason. If I wanted to put on another suit, I must first of all take off. Don't worry about it. I'm not taking off my clothing. This one, okay? So I have to put on, what if I tried to put on another suit over this one? I'm going to look like an old missionary or something, So I have to put off before I can put on. You have to put off the negativity so you can put on the positivity. So now, here's the next part of it. Write a powerful positive affirmation to replace each negative thought. Now, here's where we're putting you to work. Here's where coaching comes in. Because a coach doesn't play the game. They watch you and they ask you why, how, who, when, do this, don't do that, and help you to win the game. So what are some positive affirmations you can use to replace it? Well, I gave you some. I gave you suggestions like, I am rich, I am strong, I am prosperous. And then start making those affirmations daily. Now you do those things and I will see you, and I do mean you, at the top, because you will rise above the circumstances, because you arose first in your inner being and then in your thinking. Because as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. Visit us on the World Wide Web at prevailingwordnow.com And if you're inspired to support us, go ahead and make a rich donation. Million is spelled M-I-L-L. Just having a little fun with you. Any donation you give is appreciated, but do it now, act on it, and go to prevailingwordnow.com and sow your financial seed. If you want to do it by mail, it's Prevailing Word Pavilion, P.O. Box 724, Swanee, Georgia 30024. No pressure, no games, no gimmick. Just as you give, remember Jesus said, it's given unto you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over. And by the way, remember to check out our new coaching website that's there on the screen. It's IamSuccessCoach.com. And let us help you. Let us coach you. We'll work with you to be the big winner that God has created you to be. I like to say, read the back of the book, folks. We win. Well, thank you so much for joining me again. My prayer for you, as always, is real simple. From the heart, may God, the great I am, the I am that I am, expand your life until your destiny is fulfilled. I'll see you next week. I have started providing life coaching to change your life. So go to our new website, IamSuccessCoach.com, and hook up with us. And as Nike said, just do it.
He'll remind you, I know the plans I have for you, to bring you peace with an expected end, for you know I has seen or ear has heard the joy in store for your expected end, your expected